Hi, I'm Dr. Nicole Vane of Moonlight Beach Dental, the owner. And here we do biologic and holistic dentistry. And one of the things I'm really excited to talk about is our use of Propane here in the office as an adjunct to healing. We also have a couple other healing methods of homeopathy that can really help patients with traumatic procedures. So I wanted to go into a couple of those. First, Propane. So Propane is something that's really hard to come by. I have to get mine imported from Europe, overnight cold shipped. It's very expensive. But what's super cool about it is that what we do is we can inject it in the site next to surgery. I usually do that immediately after a surgery, or we can use it for other trauma like TMJ, that's acute pain, root canal pain and swelling. And what it does is it has none of the preservatives that other anesthetics have, lidocaine, carbocaine, septicaine. It's metabolized entirely differently by the liver, but it actually stimulates the healing process. So there's this powerful overlap of where, because your body is sensing a lot less pain, it diminishes the inflammatory cascade, and therefore you heal faster and you need a lot less of other pain medications. So it's pretty fascinating. So what we do is we add it to a lot of our procedures just to ensure postoperatively all of our patients are comfortable, especially being that just this week I had a patient fly in. I did a surgery to remove a couple infected teeth, and literally within an hour he was driving down to the airport to fly back home. And the wonderful thing is he didn't need any adjunctive pain medication. He called us the next day and said he was feeling great. So Propane is a really wonderful thing that even if you don't come to this office, you should ask your dentist about, because it'll really help with your healing. The other two things I really like that I add to most surgery procedures that people can purchase, one of which is the injury rescue drops. The reason they're fantastic is when I became certified in homeopathy, I was giving patients all these little vials of these homeopathic pills that they would have to put underneath their tongue. And quite honestly, I mean, I believe they took them, but I also believe they're probably really confused and only took it for a day or so after, because you'd have to rotate them 3 to 5 times a day, putting them underneath the tongue. So there's a couple ones that are really powerful with dentistry, the main one being Arnica Montana, which is great, but there's also Hypericum, Symphytum, and a couple other ones for pain. So there's acute pain and chronic pain that are included in this remedy. And it's just nice. You just put a couple drops underneath your tongue throughout the day. It'll help you with any injury you have. It actually even says it helps with emotional distress. So that could be the emotional distress of having just gone through a procedure, or maybe you're just having a lot going on in your life. So you could try it for that. But it's really wonderful for bruising, pain, and inflammation. And I found that my patients need absolutely no pain medication other than possibly an Advil immediately following a surgery. So I really believe the injury drops and the Propane are helpful. The last is made by Marco Pharma, and it's Lymphonet. At times it can be very difficult to get. There's been a lot of times where the website's closed and it's hard to order. But what this one's really useful for is for lymph drainage. So especially in Lyme patients. I'm not sure why that correlates, but with Lyme patients, they have a harder time clearing things. And with our body's healing process, with everyone, you could say you have a sore throat, and you'll say my glands are a little swollen. Well, with tooth infection, everything drains to the submandibular and the sublingual glands. So what this Lymphonet helps with is the lymph drainage and circulation of your body trying to detox and clear things out of your system. So feel free to come by and pick up any of these here at our office. Actually, you can't pick up the Propane, only I can deliver that to you. But we do have the injury rescue and the lymph drainage drops for you, where you can pick it up anytime at our front desk. They're wonderful remedies. They're very affordable. And I really hope that you find this helpful and you get to try some of these products.